channel podcast with our UEFA Champions League. The second legs are going to be on it, and we're going to be having interesting fixtures as teams after this round of games. We're going to see who will make it into the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. We've seen teams who it has taken quite some time since the last time we saw them making it in the semi-final. Barcelona since 2019 have not been in the semi-final. Atletico Madrid since 2000 and Barcelona since 2019, Atletico Madrid since 2017, Arsenal since 2009 have not been in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Dortmund since 2013 have not been in the UEFA Champions League semi-final. So interesting fixtures, but tonight two games are going to be honored at the Madrid Stadium where Barcelona welcomes Paris Saint-Germain, and then at the Signal Iduna where Borussia Dortmund entertain Atletico Madrid. Barcelona had a very good result in the first leg at the Parc des Princes in Paris when they won by 3-2. It was a Rafinha magic as he won the man of the match on that day, the MVP, scoring twice, ensuring that Barcelona beats Paris Saint-Germain by 3-2. Kylian Mbappe was a pale shadow of himself. At least a lot of people thought he was going to be the man to head the Barcelona side, but it couldn't happen as a lot of people were expecting. Ousmane Dembele came with a goal as he missed the target when he hit the post. Vitinha was also on target, but the two goals scored by Rafinha and Christian Eriksen headers was good enough to ensure that Barcelona had a 3-2 advantage in terms of the first leg. Lamine Yamal did a very good job. Ilkay Gundogan, the likes of Robert Lewandowski, all were around. Pedri in his first touch ensured that Rafinha scored his second goal with that touch. And then we're going to see what's going to happen tonight at the Madrid Stadium. Barcelona have been a familiar foe when it comes to meeting PSG. We all going to remember in 2016-17 season when they squared it off in the quarterfinals. Barcelona, in the round of 16 rather. Barcelona lost by 4-0 in the first leg, but they won by 6-1 in the second leg, and that was when Barcelona provided that magic. But some 3 seasons ago in 2021, PSG came at the Camp Nou and defeated Barcelona by 4-1. So with Barcelona having the first leg advantage, winning 3-2, how are they going to make sure that they divide a very good strategy to make sure that they outwit PSG? PSG have been chasing the dream of winning the UEFA Champions League. They've come close. Remember in 2020 they in the finals, but unfortunately they lost against Bayern Munich at the Porto Stadium in Portugal during the COVID era, and that was what happened when PSG lost all the way in the finals. They came very close some 3 seasons ago. They were in the semi-finals. They lost against Manchester City, and some couple of seasons ago they were coming so close, and then 2 bad for PSG as they are chasing their first Champions League medal by winning the UEFA Champions League title. But it's not been a very good story for them coming forward, quarter-final, semi-final, quarter-final, round 16, at a point in time getting eliminated by Real Madrid. But tonight, can they beat Barcelona, especially when Barcelona have that 3-2 win advantage? Kylian Mbappe will want to make sure that he does the magic at the Madrid Stadium. Coach Luis Enrique and his charges will be making sure that they will be going with a strong force. In the first leg, Achraf Hakimi missed out due to accumulated yellow cards, and that was a big blow to PSG. But tonight we're going to be seeing him in the side. Bradley Barcola, we couldn't see much of him. Warren Zaïre-Emery came in the second half. We couldn't also see much of an improved performance from that man. I don't know whether Randal Kolo Muani or Goncalo Ramos is going to be given the opportunity to start today's game ahead of Marco Asensio, who started as the first 9. Lee Kan-in provided a very good touch during the first half in that game. His substitution caused a stir within the PSG setup. Kylian Mbappe, we couldn't see much of him. Marquinhos, all the other guys are going to be around, Lucas Hernandez. But with Barcelona having the advantage, Frankie de Jong is going to be around, Ilkay Gundogan, Joao Cancelo, the young boy Pau Kubasi, who has been the sensational alongside Ronald Araujo at the back line, Koundé. I see Barcelona having the edge. It's likely that Barcelona could be sealing the qualification. Any scoreline, probably I might be giving it to Barcelona. 2-1 I see that this is going to be the possible scoreline to see when the match ends at the Montjuic Stadium. But I see Barcelona making it into the next stage of the competition when they reach into the semi-final to wait who either among the Borussia Dortmund or Atletico Madrid are going to be. But for me, I think all in all, if you put all those things on the scale, I see Barcelona getting the qualification and sealing the semi-final berth for the first time since 2019 when they made it all the way to the semi-finals. They eventually lost against Liverpool. At the Signal Iduna is going to be Borussia Dortmund meeting Atletico Madrid. Borussia Dortmund, the last time they made it all the way to the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League was way back 2013. When they were there, I remember they beat Real Madrid in the semi-finals, and then they went all the way to the final and eventually lost against Bayern Munich. And even in the quarterfinals, they eliminated Spanish side Malaga. This time around, Edin Terzic could be on the way to improving the setup and seeing the team reaching semi-final berth for the first time in about 11 years. And that's been a long time since Borussia Dortmund made it all the way to the last four. In the first leg, they lost by 2-1. Samuel Luino and then Rodrigo de Paul scored for the Atletico de Madrid setup, the Rojiblancos. Before AFCON winner, the one who scored the final goal of the AFCON, Sebastian Haller, coming up with a consolation to ensure that that game ended in a 2-1. If like it was back in the days when our goal rule was working, you might be tempted to feel that Borussia Dortmund could be having an advantage because just a 1-0 scoreline could probably see them through. But this time around, because away goal rule is not working, even if Borussia Dortmund score a 1-0, the game is now draw 2-2 on aggregate. So the match is going to be pushed to the extra time, let alone talk about the post-match penalties to determine who makes it into the last four. Borussia Dortmund eliminated PSV Eindhoven, and it was good enough for Edin Terzic to eliminate a side that was being coached by their former manager, Peter Bosz. This time around, they are coming face to face with Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid eliminated one of the strong contenders for this competition, that was Inter Milan. After losing by a goal to nil, Atletico Madrid made sure they won by 2-1, pushed the game to extra time, and then post-match penalties eventually won. Atletico Madrid, with the likes of Rodrigo de Paul, with the likes of Jesus Resurrection Puki, I think they're going to be having a strong midfield. The likes of Marcos Llorente, Alvaro Morata, and then Antoine Griezmann leading the attack, with the likes of Samuel Lino also part of the setup. A very strong backline in terms of Mario Hermoso, Stefan Savic, the Mozambican international Reinildo is also around, with goalkeeper Jan Oblak at the backline. Not forgetting Nahuel Molina and former Chelsea captain Cesar Azpilicueta. For Borussia Dortmund, it's likely that their top defender Rami Benzema is not going to be around due to the ankle injury that's having. But deep in midfield, the likes of Emre Can are going to be around, Marcel Sabitzer, Martin, Nico Schlotterbeck, and the likes of Nicolas Soule are going to be at the backline, with Riasin at the backline also within the setup. So Edin Terzic is going to fine-tune how he's going to line up the likes of Daniel Malen, Sebastian Haller. Jadon Sancho could be returning into the setup, but a big blow to them having missed out Rami Benzema. For Atletico Madrid, their midfielder Saul Niguez is likely to pass a late fitness test to see whether he can feature in that game. It's a close game of fine margins, too close to call, but I think if I'm going to be the man to predict who is going to make it into the next day of the competition, I'll be tempted to pick Atletico Madrid based on the fact that they have been the experienced side when you compare these two sides in these various seasons. Forget about the fact that Borussia Dortmund have won the competition before that Atletico Madrid has never won. But in terms of participation, in terms of good performances over those few seasons, you'll be tempted to give it to Atletico Madrid. So for me, if you ask me, I'll be tempted to say Atletico Madrid is likely to make it into the next stage of the competition. So what it means is we're going to be having an all-Spanish affair in the semi-final. Should Barcelona, Atletico Madrid make it, those two sides are going to be squaring it off in the semi-final. And that will be a reminiscence of what happened in 2014 and 2016 when Atletico Madrid eliminated Barcelona on both occasions made it into the finals and eventually losing out to Real Madrid. For me, I pick Barcelona, Atletico Madrid to reach the semi-final. This has been the podcast channels with our. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and let's keep the conversation going on. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Gracias.